Hey everyone, this is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves, or as I like to call it, the way I piss people off. Evidently, I'm pissing a lot of you guys off. Good. I want the threats. I want the name calling. It just proves my point. By the way, here, a little Pepsi, okay? To those out there that are screaming, yelling that I drink too much soda. You're lucky this is all I drink. Get a little sippage here. That was the sound of me tearing the top off. Yeah, I've been no movies here today, Mike. We're gonna get onto that later on. Guys, Nulls, look, to hell with the other sponsors I've been trying to get. Fuck you, Glock. Fuck you, Pepsi. But I do want you guys to go and take a look at Sprue Rods. They do some really cool shit with their rods. They've got a new one out that's actually wrapped in snakeskin. I'm really impressed with that. In fact, they contacted me about getting my old snake skins when these snakes had died. I'm sorry, I don't send snake skins anywhere. If any of my snakes do pass away, I dispose of them myself. In fact, I've got a. If you look out that back window there, you're going to see a snake graveyard over the past 5 years. About five different snakes dying. Just had a mystic spider pass away from neurological issues and old age. Just last Sunday. It was really depressing. But anyway, on to something else. Andrea, I'm going to destroy this pen. You're going to do realize that, Andrea. Yes. And by the way, look at my shirt. ACDC, that's just for you, Andrea. Uh, look, we've got some problems here. Oh, and I want to throw punch some people for this. Look, we've got some problems here with deliveries and so-called essential services, the mail, a few other things. I had to wait way over time for a package coming in of some books I ordered from Barnes and Noble. I actually tracked them. They gave me a tracking number. I tracked them, showed where they were in transit. They sat in Morrow, Georgia, for the longest, 20 miles away by how the crow flies away from me. They sat there in Morrow, Georgia, a facility that sorting facility that they should have just been there overnight. The excuse from the postal service, when I complained about it, the excuse from the postal service was, well, we got this corona thing happening. Yeah, they finally came in after I complained. Um, had actually called there and tell them what's going on. Now my wife's got a package coming in that's been on the truck since Monday. It's been on the delivery truck since Monday. Every day they put it off one more day with some bullshit excuse such as, well, you know, this coronavirus thing is slowing everything down. Yeah. I also got that from the cable company when they refused to answer a call where it just rang and rang and rang 6 times. Finally got a person. I said, thank God I finally got a person. This thing just keeps ringing. Nobody ever answers. Well, this coronavirus thing. Uh huh. Let me get this out of the way. And the cable company. The cable company and the phone company. I was calling about my phone not really picking up a reception here where it used to get very good reception. Now it doesn't get that great of reception. And finally got through after the fourth time to these idiots. And their excuse was, well, this coronavirus thing is slowing everything down. No, what's slowing everything down? Let me get this light straight so you see my pretty smiling face. What's slowing everything down is incompetence. I would love to be able to have an excuse why I don't want to do anything, why I wouldn't want to do my job and still be paid. This is like the weatherman. Right or wrong, he still gets a paycheck. He doesn't care. It turns out that's the way a lot of these so-called essential services are. We can't even get a fucking cop out here in less than 2 hours unless a gun is involved. Otherwise, they won't even come. We called about a drunk being passed out in the road a couple of years ago. What did they do? Never showed up. But when somebody tried to come into my home on me one night, The phone at my wife, said call 911, got my shotgun, went out after them. They want to know if a gun was involved. My wife said, yes, my husband has a 12-gauge pump after them. 2 seconds later, 5 police cars. People have called the police about wrecks out here. The police are taking their time. Now their excuse is, well, we're shorthanded because of the coronavirus. I said I wasn't going to do the show on the coronavirus. Sorry I lied to you guys. This is just something that's pissing me off. That's all this broadcast is shit pissing me off. You know what I'm going to do? Here's my response to everybody out there who wants me to do something they consider essential to their jobs. I can't do it no more. Coronavirus. Fuck you. Eat the shit you've been shoveling everybody for a while, assholes. Jesus Christ. Get a job someplace where if you can't do your job, get out. Put somebody else in there who will. Believe me, there are a lot of people right now that are unemployed because of this virus. So, anyway, got that out of the way. This another thing that's really pissed me off is I've been running into this here lately. There's all this information about the masks and everything else. These even N95s don't stop something. The coronavirus, you need an electron microscope to see this. It is so small as 0.125 of a micron. An N95 will stop anything down to a 0.3. The 125 will go right through it like shit through a fucking goose. And people out there telling me that I need to wear a mask because it protects people from me. No, what will protect people from me is quit being an asshole. Quit treating me like a shithead. Maybe then you might be a little protected. Other than that, you better put me in a fucking straitjacket because you're going to need to before it's over. You people are pissing me off out there. Jeez, you're killing me, Smalls. People out there running around with these little masks on, the little designer little masks with their little designs and their little things on it. Today there was this jerk off running around wearing a bandana around his face like that's going to do anything. My God, this is not going to stop the virus from getting into your system. Now they're telling me, now I'm getting this excuse from these lame asses that, it protects you in case I have it. It might protect. No, it doesn't. Jesus Christ, because it's a fluid bubble. When it comes out of your system, comes onto the mask, it breathes. It breathes in that bubble. The bubble dries due to you breathing on it, and the virus, right through it, infecting the person closest to you. If you want to live in fear, but don't force your bullshit on other people. Okay? It's not being selfish. It's seeing what is going on. It is knowing what you're talking about. It is called research, jerk-offs. Do some of it. Find out some things before you decide to start jumping people's asses. You're doing nothing but virtue signaling. Man, I was at Kroger down the street a while back, and I saw these two people walking around in there wearing what equates to a hazmat suit, okay? Thinking that they're all this, that, and the other, walking around trying to look at everybody like a boogers hanging out of their fucking noses. Got news for you, assholes. The only thing that people's got boogers hanging out of their noses was you guys, okay? I gave you a dirty go to hell look, you moved on. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say something to somebody. And none of you should be afraid either. They want to sit there and push their beliefs on you, go for it. Now, I've gotten some flack here on social media, especially fascist book, from people who want to tell me that I'm all wrong, I'm this, that, and the other, but they don't sit down and listen to CNN, who has about as many viewers as this coffee cup, and tell me how they're right because they had some Hollywood celebrity on there telling what is going on. I got news for you, man. Sean Penn don't know jack or shit, either one. The last decent movie he was in was Valley Girl, okay? God, Jesus, that was back when I was in junior high, I think. 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in there. 10th grade, yeah, I was writing this guy named Charles Cantwell. It's back in 10th grade. 10th or 11th grade. Fucking, who cares? I was a teenager, okay? They want to sit here and tell me that somebody from some Hollywood celebrity said something rather on CNN, so it must be true. Anytime I see a Hollywood celebrity talking about news, talking about what you should do and what you shouldn't do, All I see is a fucking dumpster fire. Okay? Just because they're in a goddamn movie don't mean they know jack or shit. Alright? I tend to know a little bit more than what these assholes do, and nobody asks me any questions. That's why I come to you on here. Now, just because I don't want to wear a mask doesn't make me a selfish asshole. To me, this whole thing has been a fiasco. This is not as contagious as what was originally stated. Now, you guys want to sit here and talk about how Trump, he did this slowly. He didn't act in time. He blah blah blah. He's killing everybody. I got news for you, assholes. He got the same information from the WHO that the CDC got, and they sat there and they parroted. They were an echo chamber for China, who lied their commie asses off. So then the WHO lied to all of us and lied to Trump. Trump only could only act on the information he was given, and he was given bad information by something that is employed or a part of the United Nations, or as I call them, the United Abominations. Okay, the WHO lied, plain and simple, and caused all of this to happen because they were just sitting there telling us what China wanted us to know. China didn't want us to know anything. They didn't want us to know that how bad it was over there. Now they're saying, well, it killed all those people in China. Probably. But this is not the same virus that was released in China. This is actually mutated. And when a virus mutates, it's not like in a horror movie where it mutates upward and decides to grow legs and eat your face. They usually mutate down. Now, the social distancing. I have always observed social distancing for one reason. Not to keep from getting a virus. It's because I respect other people's space. Okay? I don't go out wearing gloves and cross-contaminate everything because none of you assholes that are wearing gloves know what you're doing. You said they're wearing these gloves and everything. I'm trying to keep everybody from being contaminated. No, you're cross-contaminating everything. Because after you handle something, you're supposed to change those gloves. That's typical medical procedure. You don't change jack shit. I've seen you. This little mask you're wearing is actually an incubator for all kinds of viruses and everything that will grow and go back into your system. Now, you said they're saying, well, it's better than nothing. No, actually, nothing is better. To tell the truth, nothing is better. Because not only are you allowing these viruses to multiply in your mask, they're also leaving your mask and going outward and going back into you. Okay? So think about it. These viruses go back into you, you're breathing them back out. They're multiplying, going back into you. You're breathing them back out, they're multiplying. They're going through your mask and pretty much infecting the person at the checkout counter at the store you're going to. Now, you got this Lexan shield there. The Lexan shield does nothing. It does nothing. It's an illusion of security. Just like airport security, it's an illusion. It is an illusion. Airport security. People with double-digit IQs making triple-digit salaries. Yeah. Are you going to trust your security to them? What a mistake. You've never been in an airport. So, all this is, people got this out of the way. All these people want to do out here with these masks on right now are virtue signaling. It's not doing them any good. If they're going to catch coronavirus, they're going to have it already, whether they're wearing a mask or not. Okay? This has got an R naught factor of 4. 4. That's the highest you can get for communicability. And do you see everybody in the world with it? No. Even Italy has said that 90% of the people who died over there was not from coronavirus. Hospitals right now. I love when you people tell me how wrong I am to show my proof. Show yours too. Alright, shitheads. Hospitals have admitted, doctors have admitted, that if you go into a hospital with such as stage 4 liver cancer and you're on your deathbed and hospice sends you to the hospital to die, automatically you're under investigation for having coronavirus. You died, the investigation's not over with. Oh, it's coronavirus related. That's how they do it, because it hasn't been ruled out yet. Even though they had something that was terminal and they were dying from it. Other than coronavirus. Automatically, it's coronavirus related. That's where you got the 80,000 people who died. Now, this is something really cool. I was just told today that that some lefty, they wish that the death rate would get to 1 million to wipe out all these stupid Trump voters. Yeah, okay. I thought you people were the party of civility. I thought you were the party of acceptance. Well, I guess you are the party of acceptance and civility, as long as everybody thinks the way you want them to think. Must be great to dictate how you think. You talk about Trump is a dictator. You're the ones dictating what you want everybody to think. Otherwise, you want him dead. You know, I'm very disappointed in you Democrats. I'm very disappointed, period. Because I really didn't really like either side. I didn't like either party. And you guys are causing me to like the Republican Party more than the Democrat Party. Remember, when I come full force against you Democrats out there that are doing this because you forced me to, you're not going to like me. And I have friends that are Democrats who are going to hate my fucking guts when it comes to that point. If those of you out there who know me, who have dealt with me for several years now, know what I can do and how I can get. And believe me, I can get pretty fucking savage. So you guys out there want to sit there and talk about how you want everybody dead. You wish you get to a million deaths so that all the Trump voters will die. Remember, you are part of the fucking problem. There are not 80 million deaths. It went from 67,000 deaths to 80,000 deaths overnight. When? Where? How? Think for once, folks. Think. Use your fucking heads. Quit listening to MSNBC and CNN, who have been known to doctor the news and to change things around. If Trump said for you to, you need more greens in your diet, CNN and MSNBC is going to tell you Trump said to mow your lawn and eat the grass. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I dare you. Prove me wrong. You can't. So, now, other than me being a selfish asshole because I don't want to wear a mask and I know what's going on and I don't believe the hype, and I've had the coronavirus, about a 95% chance I've had it. It's according to 3 doctors and somebody from the CDC who actually told me people have not been tested. They've been diagnosed symptom only, much like N1H1 back in 2009, where I was diagnosed as N1H1 because I had flu-like symptoms. This is this is the same situation. N1H1 went rampant in Europe. I was in Europe, come back to the States, and was diagnosed. Yeah, okay, good one, people. Tell me how N1H1 wasn't as bad. It was pretty fucking bad. It was killing more people on average than this thing was. In fact, the Spanish flu. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say Spanish flu because that's racist. I'll say anything I want when I want to. The Spanish flu killed infinitely more people than this. By this time, it had killed millions. It ran rampant across the planet. So, this is not that bad. Now, the only people it is bad for is the people over 65 with underlying health conditions, i.e., people in nursing homes, which the states of New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and California made it where if you got COVID-19, you could be the nursing homes have to take you in. We got into this last video. I'm not going to repeat myself. I refuse to. I'm not a Democrat. Stuff. But since we got the selfish asshole bit out of the way, I want to talk one more thing that's relevant in the news because I've been gotten onto here recently. I need to talk about relevancy in the news. Nancy Pelosi, Aunt Nancy, has this stimulus package, $3 trillion stimulus package that she's touting that the Republicans don't want to pass it. Well, you know why? Several reasons. One, back in 2009 when you passed Obamacare, you said, we have to pass it to see what's in it. And we all know what happened with that mess. This last time with the stimulus package, $6,000 per person is what it could have been. But it was only $1,200 per person. And not everybody got it. I know my wife and I never saw a damn penny of this mess. But look at all the things that went out with it. I mean, $25 million to the White House for cleaning supplies? What does that have to do with the virus? What does the schools for liberal arts have to do with cleaning supplies? What does an office for somebody have to do with the virus? What did anything have to do with the virus? None of it did. It was just her way of getting what she wanted. Now she's got this new bill going on that she thinks that is going to pass and everything. Otherwise, she's going to turn around and say, "Well, the Republicans stopped the hero bill." Why don't you call it what it really is, Nancy? Why don't you call it what it really is? Pork fat. It's a pork fat bill. It is loaded with it. And very little will be going to anybody for the virus thing. It's going out to your buddies, your constituents, your liberal leaning little things out there, your little pet projects. Yeah, that's what it really is. Until you release what's in it, all of it, every penny of it, to the American people, I'm not going to believe a goddamn word you say, you old bitch. Go drink somewhere else and tell somebody else who doesn't know any better. But anyway, look, guys, I'm going to let you go on this one. I've been going 21 minutes here. I've got to get this online. I got some things I need to do today. It's Saturday. I have already mowed the lawn, done some other things. I've got some other things I need to do, like scratch my armpit, cuss the neighbors. So, anyway, you guys be good to each other. Talk to each other. Don't scream. Try talking. Fighting gets you nowhere. You know, we've seen what happens with that. Unless you're me and I just talk hard. So, anyway, all of you guys, hit like and subscribe, please. Does my channel good. And I'll catch you guys later. You guys take care. Goodbye.